Today we are going to start balance sheet of NPO. So students, I would expect from you that you have already learned about receipt and payments and income expenditure. Once those concepts are clear to you, you can easily understand balance sheet. So here the format of the balance sheet is there. I will provide you the snapshot of that one, and below that one you see one question is there. It is a cricket club, so we are required to prepare income, expenditure and balance sheet. So in the question the receipt and payment is there, and once you need to understand the question very clearly, see in the question balance brought down, that is cash in hand, and balance brought down on the right side 16,000 is there. So these two things are required in the balance sheet, and rest items I will explain while we solve the problem. And in the second part of the page you see asset at the beginning of the year. Some items are there: playground, cash in hand, stock of materials, printing and stationery, subscription available. So these are just like adjustment what we have solved in final accounts. So these things are also required in the balance sheet, and below that some instructions are there for donations and surplus, so subscription due. So I will explain these things in details while we solve the problem. So I hope the question is clear to you. You just go through have a reading of the question, and then once these things are clear, then we will solve the numericals. Let me start with the receipt and that is income expenditure. You see here very clearly I have written income expenditure. So first of all I will start with the expenditure side. Here in the expenditure I have written upkeep of field and pavilion 1,15,000, rate and insurance 10,000, telephone 3,500, postage and courier charges 4,000. See, these things I have just taken from the payment side of the receipt and payment in the question. Next come printing and stationery. Printing and stationery I have taken 26,000 in the inner column, and that with that I have added the opening stock 11,000. 11,000 is given in the adjustment. Okay, so with that I have added, it's come to 37,000, and then I have deducted closing stock 25,900. So 11,100 has came, what we call it stationery consumed. I have marked a star mark against 11,100 just because that in the below of the question 37,000 into 30,000 by 100, it's coming to 11,100. Now you will ask me why this calculation is required. In the question it is written that write off 50% of sports material and 30% of printing and stationery. So 30% I have deducted from that 37,000. That is the total amount of printing and stationery. This 37,000 I have calculated 30% according to instruction of the question in the adjustment. So I have written right here 30%, just you see, and then I have deducted this one, and this amount 25,900 has came here. It has written as closing stock. So I hope these things are clear. These are some minute things, छोटा छोटा चीज़ें है ये सब इन लोगों को बारीकियों से पढ़ना है. Next come miscellaneous expenses, secretary honorarium 4,400 and 30,000 respectively. Then grass needs 20,600. These again I have taken from the payment side of the question. Okay, so I hope these things are very clear. These are copy paste formula. Next the important thing is that sports material consumed. So column dash I have given, I have written down opening stock. Opening stock is there in the question, so you just see that one 85,000 in the adjustment. It is written there 85,000. With that I have added purchase that is 68,000. In the that is payment side, you will see purchase of sport material 68,000 I have added, so it is coming to 1,53,000, and then I have deducted closing stock. See, 76,500 double star. Why? Here I have written that is 1,53,000 into 50% equal to 76,000. Straight away I have written here. This same rule is also applicable just like here only. Why? Because in the question, in the adjustment list, they write of 50% of sports material. So 50% इसका मैंने 50% डायरेक्ट कैलकुलेट करके इधर पे बिठा दिया, क्वेश्चन का जैसा इंस्ट्रक्शन था. सो इसके साथ मैंने इसको डिडक्ट कर दिया, जो बाकी बचा हुआ है ये मेरा आ गया क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. So I hope this expenditure method is little bit lengthy, but it is very easy and interesting. So let us come to the income side. Here I have subscription. Subscription is 2,50,000. It is just we have taken in the from the receipt side of the question, and that I have added add outstanding closing balance 42,000. In the adjustment it is written there, and then I have deducted that is 28,000. It is also there in the asset at the beginning of the year. In the below of the question you will see that one. So after adding and less, it is coming to final amount is coming to 2,64,000. And then the admission 15,000, sale of old sports material 2,500, and rent hall 28,000. So these three things are just I have taken from the receipt side of the question. So after posting all this question, then I have calculated it is coming through 3,09,500. So I have posted here also, and the balancing figure is 52,400. That is surplus. That means income side is greater than expenditure. Excess of income over expenditure. It is coming to 52,400. These things I have already explained in the previous class, how these calculations are done when income side is greater than expenditure, surplus is coming, and if deficit comes here, then you will think that expenditure is greater than income. So I hope this income and expenditure sum is clear to you, because if these things are clear, then only we can solve the balance sheet. Balance sheet is very interesting.